Y'all know what I'm hearing in my spirit. God really been dropping some stuff on me today. And I'm just in my season of doing what he's telling me to do without looking for whatever's on the, reward side. For lack of a better term, y'all know I'm country. But I'm hearing that we are losing in the body of Christ. We are losing the tactics that the enemy uses. Like we're losing it because of platforms. We're losing the tactics that he has because of monetary gain and for views and things like that. We're losing it. And I said that because recently here I saw something on YouTube where we had some ministers. I think it was Tiffany Montgomery, was Jackie Hill Perry and her husband. Then you got Marcus Rogers and all of these people that are leaders in the body, and they have this situation going on to the point where it's a little perplexed. It's a little perplexed for somebody that is seeking God diligently. And I say that because a lot of times, we don't understand, as followers, how the devil's tactics really work. In which I think, we put too much emphasis on our leaders. We put too much trust in our leaders sometimes, that they, won't make mistakes. And that same trust we take away from God, and realizing that he is strategic in all things that he allows. And I'm saying that because, with the situation that happened, I could see the devil literally playing the card. Like I could be like, yo, how we don't see that the enemy's whole strategy here is to separate and to cause confusion and conflict in the body. How don't we see this? Why do we feel like because people make mistakes and people are imperfect, that they are not of God? They're not a prophet, and they're not a leader, and they're not this, and they're not that. All because people are still on a journey. Nobody in this world has arrived. Let's go ahead and put that on the table. Marcus Rogers has not arrived. Tiffany Montgomery has not arrived. Jackie Hill Perry has not arrived. Her husband has not arrived. Nobody in this world that's physically living has arrived. I'm just gonna put that out there. And I say that with all respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect leaders. I respect leadership. But also, I think we getting it confused with the authority that we're all under. We're all under one authority, and that's Christ Jesus. Okay? And a lot of times we get these things confused because we think that just because we have identified what authority we're under, just because we've identified that authority, that we can't make mistakes out here. There's no mistakes to be made. There's no there's no fault anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's no fault at all. So, I think what I'm trying to say is we have to understand the tactics of the enemy, and we have to understand that we're all literally on a journey to having a profound and pure and growing relationship with God. you're always going to be growing in some way. It's always going to be a lesson. It's always going to be, something to the point where it draws you nearer to him. It draws you in more of a intimacy and a relationship with him. And I think the enemy's job is to get us out of that through our lack of understanding about where somebody else is on their journey. Are we wrong? We all wrong at some point in some degree. I don't think nobody has all of the answers but the Lord. And I think when we look at people and we really be trying to, make them a spectacle of perfection, and we try to make them a spectacle of, the example, we lose it there, because nobody walking around here is the example. Jesus is the ultimate example of perfection. You know what I'm saying? And I think we lose it a little bit, because we look up to these people and we admire their growth in the spirit and the things that God has done in their lives and used as examples, sub-examples, I would call them, to us. And then we think, oh my God, they made a mistake. Oh my God, they're not this and they're not that. And we're willing to put our mouths on people that we have no idea about. We don't know them. We don't know what they're doing in their secret place. We have no idea. You know what I'm saying? In which we all take ourselves out of the mindset that we're all on a journey. It's all learning. It's all growing. It's all to gain more intimacy with God. It's new devils on new levels. And it does not necessarily make the person that is being challenged or you're challenging the devil. It just says that the enemy is lurking. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take any little experience and any little thing to shake up the body of Christ. And does that make them imperfect and not of God? Imperfect and not of God? No, I don't think that makes them imperfect and not of God. I mean, of course we're all imperfect. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for that, but I don't think it makes them, Satan. You know what I'm saying? Like, demonic. I just think it just, a part of their journey of growth. It's a part of their journey of being more intimate with the Lord and going back to God and asking God, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Because sometimes, we get to a place in life where everything seems to be falling in place and everything is successful and everything seems to be going the way that we want it to go, that we lose that. Okay, let me run back to my safe place, because I don't see it all and I don't have it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? And that those instances like that get us to run back to that safe place, get us to run back and seek him out and to get under him and get a little bit closer to understanding and submitting and surrendering to his perfect will and how he wants to move and orchestrate everything in this world. He works all things out for good for those who believe, love, and are called according to his purpose. He works it all out. And I think we as followers of these great people in this world, we get it construed, and I think we should be really careful when we start to put our mouths on different people in where they're going in life and what they're submitting themselves to, because we have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. We can only speculate. If you are not literally there in the circle, you're only speculating as to what's going on, and who are you to say that God can't go in that situation with those people and turn some things around? And who are you to say that, they let me put this right here, and I'm gonna leave this alone. We're all being used, okay? Whether you're being used in a state of darkness or you being used in a state of light, we are all a part of the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Willingly and unwillingly. We're all a part of God's major picture puzzle. And I think a lot of times we think that we are the entire puzzle piece. We are the entire, we can go and fit ourselves in different areas of the puzzle, and the picture still looks the same. But anytime you take a puzzle piece out of the area that it's supposed to be in and put it in a different area, then of course, you know, the picture is deformed. It's a deformed masterpiece. But God don't work like that. He got a reason for everything that's going on in this world. Everything. And I think the ultimate reason that we fall short in is understanding that it is solely for us to have a relationship with him, and to be submissive to his will and to come to him. It is his desire that all come to him. And whatever journey that might be for you, it may not look the same. My journey coming to him might not look the same as your journey, you know. And when we do start to turn towards him, we got to also understand, you know, it's a journey to getting to him fully. And in this physical realm, we will never get to him fully. It's always going to be a walk, you know. It's always going to be a walk towards him. You're never going to reach him. You're never going to reach him. And I think that's where we get lost at, behind these preachers and these teachers and these leaders that's just doing their best to be leaders in the world, you know, to lead us to Christ, which is important, the relationship. And we get it confused because we think they're perfect and they're not. And we think just because they made a mistake on their journey and they you know, didn't hear God clearly in that area, or, you know, they got it confused and made a mistake and said something that didn't align with the word, and, you know, might be finding themselves around people that don't look like they're a part of the body and different things like that. We feel like God is just not, he's not working. And he is. And he is. He's working. He's working. He's definitely working. And everybody got the right and to come back and to turn to him and to submit to him and surrender. And I guarantee you, no matter how far you out, I guarantee you, if you turn back, he's going to be the Father that has open arms to receive you. So nobody, while they're still breathing on this earth, is exempt to him receiving you. But I think we get it confused a lot because these preachers and these leaders, they be having their days too, and they be fighting sometimes and be arguing about who right and who wrong and this, that, and the third, or whatever like that. And we feel like God ain't God until we say he is. You know what I'm saying? And God ain't God, you know, in their life. And God ain't God. I work all things out for the good. What the devil meant for evil, God means for good. Okay, I ain't gonna get all the way down on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to understand that God is God. And besides him, there is no other. And when I say no other, I meant no other. Besides him, there's no other. We got to stop letting these people look like Jesus to us. Stop that. Because, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, study who Jesus is and study how Jesus did what he did. And, you know, okay? And then you just align that with, you know, and then the thing about it is, and I'm going to drop this. The thing about this is you can't even align these leaders with Jesus because you don't see them every single day. You have no manuscript on their lives and what they're doing in these secret places and what they're doing behind closed doors, and you have no manuscript on them, and you shouldn't have one because we're all imperfect. Their job is to lead you to the relationship that leads you to eternity. That's their job. And in that leading, there might be some imperfect circumstances. There might be some imperfect situations and things like that in that leading, because we're all following one thing, one person, and that's Jesus Christ. And in that follow, we are going to be imperfect. In that following, we're going to be imperfect, bro. It is no way around that in this physical. The enemy's job is to think just because you are imperfect that you have no redemption and God is not here and oh my God, and they dropped the ball and they going to hell, you going to hell. Like, well, we ain't in hell yet. If you still up here breathing and living and got breath in your body, I'm here to tell you that God has a way of making things work out. It ain't over for you. You know what I'm saying? And I think as preachers and leaders, we need to stop saying that it's over for certain people. I really do. Because you're letting the devil use you, to be honest with you. Because you're condemning somebody that you don't even have the authority to condemn. You're judging them before the end of the journey. You know what I'm saying? You've said they're devils and demons and this and that and the third. And granted, I'm not the person to be just sitting up and saying that they're not letting the devil or the demon use them. I'm not that person. All I can say is God has a way of drawing and turning and removing and pruning and purifying and receiving those that he desired to receive and those that desire to receive him. And on this journey, we find ourselves doubling back sometimes and going back and trying to figure it out and like, yo, I don't feel worthy, and yeah, I made a mistake, yeah, I did this unconsciously and things like that. And so we as human beings, we'll condemn that person, we'll judge them, we'll say different things that are just from our understanding, and we don't supposed to lean onto our own understanding. I think if we focus more on our relationship with the Lord, like really focused on more of us having intimacy with God so we can stay on the straight and narrow, instead of trying to be Jesus Christ and lead people, instead of trying to lead people to you, lead people to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I mean, authentically lead people to Jesus. Like, don't make it a monetary thing when you leading people to Jesus. Like, I feel like if you've been given a gift to lead, then I feel like you should definitely be giving that gift back to other people. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, that's just my opinion. I'm little old D. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same sense, I really do feel that way. Because a lot of times you look at these different platforms and all you see is where people are trying to make money off of the weak. People trying to make money off of other people's pain. You know what I'm saying? Oh, call me for coaching. And coaching $100 an hour. Like, what? You want me to heal? You want to see better in the society, but you want to charge $100 an hour for it. Like, come on. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I think with your talents it's a little bit different, but with your gifts and what you're called to do in the body and how you're called to pull people to Jesus Christ, I really feel like that is really deceptive for everybody to be, oh, I'm gonna teach you on purpose. I'm gonna teach you on this and I'm gonna teach you on that, and I'm gonna get paid thousands of dollars just for trying to help heal you. Well, honestly, they really don't have the tools to heal you. The relationship you have with Jesus Christ is that tool that needs to heal you. That tool that you need to heal on the inside. So they trying to give you something on the outside, on the physical, to help your mind understand certain things that you're not even ready to understand. And now you sitting around here running in circles talking about, well, why it's still happening? What is still going on? And they all they did was please something that was physical. You know what I'm saying? Well, honestly, your battle is in the spirit. So I'm gonna just leave that right there. I ain't got nothing else to say. All right, love y'all. Peace.